So I wanted to share with you my process from start to finish of taking a RivalFlow project and adding it to our blog, updating our page, and tracking the changes. So I've gone ahead and selected a project. So now it's time to jump right in. This is for a page on how to use Google Trends. We're sitting at number 17 on a pretty strong Google Trends search keyword. And of course, I want to lift that up. So I'm using a strong page to compare against, which is coming in at number 2, how to use Google Trends to boost traffic and sales from monsterinsights.com. I'm going to go ahead and view the project. This is the analysis that RivalFlow found. All of the questions that our page did not answer, that Monster Insights did. And let me minimize this just so I can give you a sense of what all of those questions are. Immediately, they look on topic. They look like something that matches with my page, so I feel pretty good about that. I'm going to expand questions we partially answered. Similar, it's very much on topic, but you could probably see one glaring exception is SEMrush and Ahrefs are competitors, and I am not interested in putting them in my article, at least not for this specific question. So we have definitely had articles before that mention competitors just for authenticity's sake, and then we go ahead and include SpyFu in that as well. But in this case, that's probably a tweak I'm going to make, that I can just adapt the new copy to be about SpyFu as opposed to my competition. So that's just a mental note. I love this new feature. We have preview changes, and that's giving me the entire blended article with all of the updates in one place. So I am going to create a new Google Doc. So if you saw in that last action, it copied everything to the clipboard. All I have to do is paste. Google Trends, full page draft. Go back to the top. I really like that this is color coded and it gives me a chance to do my skimming and get my context of how the new copy is going to flow with the existing article at a glance. And when I say at a glance, I mean I can go fast. You can probably see this Google Doc is at 14 pages. So it's a pretty substantial, robust article. Here we go. Immediately, the green tells me that this is the new copy from RivalFlow. The purple is going to show up often because the purple is used for brand names like Google Trends. And even though the article is about Google Trends, it's highlighting it in case that was something that I did not necessarily want to talk about. We'll see that come up in just a second. So I can ignore all of the Google Trends highlights for now because my article is about Google Trends. It's something I intentionally want to cover. I like the way this drops the search terms versus topics explanation towards the beginning. Let's see, it's right under what is Google Trends. So it's on topic. Something else that I use is the outline here inside Google Docs. This would be like my H2, and then these are my H3s. So it lets me tell if everything's in the right place when it comes to the flow of the article, and structurally, is it where I want the new copy to be? So that's something I keep in mind as I review. Let's see. Of the moment topical content. Okay. This is giving me a chance to find some typos that might have been in the article that maybe I missed before. But here we go. You have can develop. That's sloppy. So I want to flag it to myself to make the change live on the page. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight it. There we go. Okay, so I'm back to looking for green text or red text. Here we go. The rest of it is toward the end. Oh, interesting. Here's where I mentioned there were going to be some other pink highlights other than Google Trends. Earlier, I spotted that RivalFlow was writing new copy that talked about SEMrush and Ahrefs. Now, I don't necessarily want to promote them, so like SpyFu, great. Now, I know that I already have something like that in the article. Luckily, that is where SpyFu shines. So I already had the transition. I think for now, I'll just take that out. And this is what I would delete from the article. It's just moving it to a different spot. It's just adjusting the order in how everything flows. I am totally fine with that. So I will accept that change. Okay, it looks like I had a space here to adjust, and search phrases. This is actually something I'm okay with. So I'm not going to switch it. I'm just going to ignore it. Now, when I'm happy with everything, I can go ahead and just highlight it and change the text color back to black and paste it in. But I really like using this as a guide for the edits that I'm going to make inside of our blog. So I'm not changing anything yet. I love using the green as a signal of what I'm going to adjust. One of the reasons that I'm not yet just pasting the entire document in is right here. When you see source, that tells me I probably have an image. And because images are not yet pulled over, I don't want to copy this new text that is the same text, but without the images. So that's why I need to be a little careful. I know that's something that we're working on. I know that's something that's going to be updated, but for now, I'm still doing not quite piece by piece updates, but chunk updates, if that makes sense. Okay, so ready for our update. Let's open the SpyFu blog, and I'm going to find that article. Google Trends. We believe that good keyword research comes from many angles. We believe that good keyword research comes from many angles. Great, I'm in the right place. Let me go through and find a couple of those typo adjustments so I can knock those out first. Let's see. Sometimes I just find my spot this way. You can develop. Find it, drop that in. Perfect. Okay. The next one is plural opportunities. That's right below. See, here's an image. There's my image, which I would have lost if I just pasted everything in. So that's why I'm being a little cautious. Let's go back and get the new text. Okay, I want all of this, that, copy that. From real-time data all the way down to how does Google Trends work? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the green text by just removing formatting, copy. What is Google Trends? There we go. Real-time data. Oh, interesting. So that was just a tip, but RivalFlow was expanding on it. Well, we're going to do the same. So instead of making it one long quote, I'm going to add in the new copy here. You can see how everything just flows together nicely. I have an H3 and then I end right before my H2. So I'm just going to make sure everything works. I know I dropped this in after a quote. Google Trends provides real-time data. Okay, so this is duplicated. I'll take that out. And what is Google Trends? Just going to do a quick read and see if maybe I need to add something here. No, I think that works. See what else we have in green. I remember that being toward the end. So let's just speed up the scroll. Sorry, one more typo to fix. Back to searching for my green text. Okay, I have to remember the space. Holistic SEO approach is how I'm going to find it. There's my space. So I'm going to grab this new chunk. First, I'm removing the green, so I'm going to remove formatting. I was doing this through a keyboard shortcut. It's the same as this clear formatting option. I can also go to text color and change that to black. And then I'm using a keyboard function to copy. We'll go over here after maximize efforts. I think we had to take this part out. And I'm pasting in the new. There we are. I know this is capitalized. I'm going to fix that while we're at it. Adjust the date. Ooh, we hadn't updated that one in a while. And update. Look at that. We're done. So I go back to RivalFlow, and now all of these things have been added. I just finished and track. The project I just completed is sitting right here in my track results. It's currently a placeholder because I am going to need just a couple more days, and then the Google Search Console data will start coming in. I am really crossing my fingers. What we're hoping to see is just like these others, just a lot of green where our impressions and keywords and clicks are starting to grow. So cross your fingers. That's something I'm going to come back and look at in a couple of days.